Okay, it's recording now. Show start. Good evening,
Okay,
everyone.
sure.
Good evening. Thank you for
Good
joining
evening.
Share Time. It is a show hosted by me and Jessie. It is an informal and relaxing show. So each show will invite a guest to share their past, present, and future. The purpose of our show is to inspire, learn how others build their courage to transform into a significant life. So learning from others gives us the opportunity to achieve our own purpose of happiness. I'm Grace Chu, the founder of Soul Love Singapore. And if you are interested, you can actually go to search for Soul Love Singapore. Soul Love spells SOULOVE, then Singapore. Okay, join us as we have a lot of posts, quotes about quote stories, or certain comments shared among the members. And we are like a family, it's getting closer. At times we have some chat time together. And well, literally is to inspire more people during the COVID time. And hope that you guys can actually post to motivate others as well. Or should have had any stories to share, we are more than welcome. Okay. Meanwhile, I'm actually writing a book, and probably by August, hopefully, should be shared out to the public. I will also record some clips to actually guide individual the purpose of life, the seed happiness, and sharing, spreading the unconditional love. So a few programs, I have actually a few programs on hand. Yeah, more detail we'll share sometime in August. Okay, Jessie, over to you. Share with the audience about yourself.
Hi, I'm Jessie. I'm the distributor of New Skin products. So this is actually my career, and I started since 2017. So each week in Share Time, I'll introduce a product. If you're interested, you can PM me, or if you want to start a business with me, you can, with no capital involved and have passive income at the same time, you can actually PM me for further discussion. Okay, so today I'm going to introduce you. Okay, so can you hear me? Yeah, so I'm going to introduce you this product, which is called Clip Hack. So actually, it has three main ingredients. So the ingredients actually, out of these three ingredients, right? Actually, mainly because now due to COVID, we wear masks all the time, right? So we'll get a lot of like dirty pores, because it's all blocked. Okay, so this is to draw out excess oil, excuse me, and dirt and impurities that clog our pores, and it will often lead to pimples and acne. Yeah, so so this one will keep the pores hydrated, soft, and actually they have ingredients like aloe vera that keep it smooth and nurture the skin. And the best part is this is 100% fragrance free. Okay, and suitable for all skin type, man, woman, nani, lao, sao. Yeah, trilingual, right? Okay, so it's safety, allergy, thermologist tested. And how do you use this? You use this twice a week, and you put onto the face with a clean face, of course. Then you leave it on for 10 to 20 minutes. Then after that, you rinse off and use your toner, etc. Yeah. Okay, so this is only selling at $39, and it lasts like for a month or so. Yeah. Okay, so everyone can use it, including sometimes wife lah can put for husband lah, husband can put your wife lah, then pamper each other. It's also a kind of love, right? Okay, so that's my sharing for the day. Thank you. Back to Grace. Grace.
Oh, okay. Aha! Today, I have someone very close to me. Actually, I know him in 2018, and I wasn't even started Solar, but I was exploring any possible chance to create my career, I met up a very interesting gentleman. He introduced he introduced himself by the emotions run wild. So I believe a number of people actually know him, where he conducted quite a number of corporate courses, right, Jones?
Yes.
Yeah, and in fact, I think it would be nice to have him to introduce himself.
Okay. Yeah. So
I'll
thank you,
leave
Grace.
the camera to you. Okay. Jones, share with us the interesting part of you, what you're involving now, and I'm more than interested. I would say that me and Jessie is actually interested about your past.
My past.
Yeah. Why you started Emotions Run Wild? Actually, I know his story. It's just that I think it will be authentic for him to share to the audience. Right?
Okay.
Put to you.
Sure. Let me share a little bit more about myself. So yes, I know Grace about, well, time flies, man, 2018 in the event, in the meetup.com event. And then that's where we talk about my card game and all that. So, but my main career is not just Emotion Run Wild. So Emotion Run Wild is my side project, or rather a calling from the above, right? The mighty power, my God, called me to do that. So what I do for a living, I'm actually a corporate trainer, corporate facilitator and coach. Before COVID started, is in-person training. I work privately. I don't do public programs. So most of the programs I train is all designed for the corporate itself, right? And in tech team, meaning, for one department or a certain manager level or senior manager level to come together. So what do I train on? Mostly on soft skills, basically leadership, communication, and team building, not your rah-rah type, but the real serious work of team building. So we are talking about conflict resolution, team values, alignment, visioning, communications, influence, motivation, so on and so forth. So I've been doing that for a while. Wow, I'm 13 over years already. So I started from youth training and worked my way up. So in training career is about 15 already. Yeah. So that is how long I have been working as. That's my career. And what I'm doing now, because of COVID, I think everybody knows there's no in-person training anymore. Everything is turning into online. I think maybe that's one of the reasons I also, Grace, have a good idea, want to have this 12-part series, and I'm one of the episode. So I decided to agree to come, right? And then get myself familiar with the online stuff. Yes, I'm turning my program into online. At the same time, I'm also, before COVID, just in February, I'm also have a new business. So it's called Singapore Search. It's actually an executive search firm. So we focus on senior management and above. And my partners are based in Bangkok and in China, in Shanghai, China. And we go around the world to find talent to plant into which MNC require. So working on a regional role kind of project. So that's great. And of course, at the same time, I got kicked from the on my bottoms that I need to do this work, Emotion Run Wild, right, in terms of emotional wellness. And that's why when Grace met her again this year, because we have not been really connected, in contact, and the whole emotion thing came. The whole emotion spread, right? Spreading the emotional wellness, which is even more prevalent and more necessary now, especially in what we are facing currently, right? So that's why, I'm here, and then I decided time to let more people know about Emotion Run Wild. Yeah. And in fact, I created a card game, right? I created a card game which Grace's daughter, Olivia,
loves it.
Which I can share more later. Yeah, but basically that's my background. Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
Her favorite. Literally, she wants to play almost every day. Mommy, can I have the board game? Can we have the board game? I love to create stories.
And she's only 8, right?
And she's only 8, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
There you go. You can hear.
Yeah. Just come over and say hello. A quick one.
Hello. Hey.
Yeah, okay.
Is that Haagen-Dazs ice cream? No?
No, she make her own cup noodle.
Cup noodle. Okay.
She's full of ideas. I can't cope with her at times. So.
Yeah. So that's my background. Yep.
Yeah. Tell us about your past. What makes you create this emotion run card? Because it's so interesting. And it's like, because I trained my girl at the age of 2, to express herself in terms of, what is happiness, what is sad, how you should express yourself so that mommy understand you. So she actually picked up slowly. And I find it's very interesting. So when I hop in to know Jones about this emotion cards in 2018, I was shocked. I said, my girl will love this for sure, because it actually able to help her to express in terms of stories. And true enough, Jones' card actually fit into my girl personality. And I find it so good.
Nice.
But
good to hear that.
My question is, why? Why you started this card? What actually caused you to start this card? And I don't think it's just business, because it's not easy to express out.
Sell card game can't earn money. I'm not Monopoly, so it's very hard to earn money from card game. You are right. It's not about money. Yeah.
So share with us.
Okay, sure. Okay, so wow. Okay, where should I start? I think the key thing is there is a story behind Emotion Run Wow. The name might sound fun, right? Emotion Run Wow, but it's actually a reflection of what actually happened to me. In 2014, my emotion really ran wow, going crazy in terms of because of the things I'm facing in life. And the most key part is unknowingly I went into depression. So it's a long story, honestly speaking. So in the given amount of time, I just give you the main points lah. So why I created Emotion Rawa, because in 2014 I was going into depression and I'm facing a lot of challenges in life. I give you a few examples. So the number one thing is like my grandma passed away on my birthday. So that itself, right, having someone that you are close to, we have a relationship, even though my Teochew and my Hokkien is not that good. But whenever my grandma live with us, she needs supper, she will call my Xiaoming, it's called Ata, right? So Ata, what I jiak Milo, right? So for those who are not Hokkien or Teochew speaking, it means I want to drink Milo, right? It's a hot beverage, cocoa beverage, and I will make the Milo with her, and then make peanut butter or butter bread, and she would dip into the Milo and eat. And another thing is she's blind, right? So because of old age, cornea kind of thing, and then she lost her sight. So she will always hold my hand, and then she will start to talk to me. All kinds of stories. So I will listen and all that. So there's a certain bond. And to have someone suddenly pass away because she, okay, I laugh is because it's quite funny. I mean, so many years already. She really choked on a fishball.
Okay.
Okay, so it's not natural death or diseases or old age, but she choked on a fishball, heart attack, and then she passed away on my birthday. So that is how it's a really big hit. Okay, and a lot of things, a lot of things happen as well, and I'm not going to hide. And I already told my family member, is like I'm a trainer. I use my personal story. It's not to do shame to my family or what, but every family have their own issue and everything. So I'm not going to hide. I had some issue back then with inside my family in terms of relationship.
Sorry to hear
that. It's okay. And to with due respect, I still love them all. Okay, I need to make this very, very clear. What I'm sharing here is private and confidential. Even though it's on Facebook Live, it's not that confidential anymore.
Really live.
Yeah, it's already live, but it's already 6 years ago already. So things happens, right? So I'm not going to go into details, but there's a disagreement in the family. Then at the same time at work, I was very tired. So I was an employee, Monday to Friday to Saturday, I was working, and I'm not earning a lot. So I'm a degree grad, right? I was a degree grad doing training, but most of with a small SME, and my income is less than 2.8. Right, so 2.5, 2.8, I can't remember, right? But it's definitely never hit 3K for sure. For degree grade, and that 2014, I'm already in my mid-30s. Okay, so I'm blinded by passion. So I'm very passionate about the things I do, so I can endure. I just make difference to other people. Do training very, 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 very excited to that. Then fast forward, in that year also, I was in a relationship. Okay. So I managed to know someone, and I chased after her and managed to got her right, as my girlfriend and everything. And she was in the financial line, right? Again, due respect, coming from a training point of view, there's no right or wrong. It's just the understanding your own expectation, which I can later explain more from a learning point of view. But I still love them, okay? That's very, very important because I'm not sharing this out of hate or what. But without them, you will not see the Jones me, okay? So that's what I'm trying to put in across. So she's earning more than 10 times my income.
Wow.
Actually, it's a multiple MDRT, not MRT, MDRT. Right? So for those who have insurance friends, you know how much that kind of income.
Yep.
So, and the funny thing is because of that, there was peer pressure on her side.
Oh.
Right? So basically, I'm a low income earner. Where is the match? Okay. And because of that, the pressure is so high and looking forward or settling down, I cannot give the kind of security and stability. So she left.
Oh.
Right. And then wanted to save the relationship, right? So I said, no, I need to prove myself. Then I went to ask for a pay raise.
But how you overcome it? It's like, I believe that you are the faithful, devoted type of boyfriend.
Yeah, it's very painful, right? So very painful, but at the same time, it's like, I was one thing, back then I didn't really learn, right? But I was into begging mode, right? Which is for a guy, actually, it is not healthy because, please stay, become very needy. Actually, it actually backfire, even though it's operating from love, right? But from the other person perspective, it's actually become very, very needy. Right? So that's another whole story all going on. But I think the key.
Okay. Otherwise it'll be very long. Okay.
Very, very long, right? So the detail I leave it out first. So basically she left, and then I wanted to prove her wrong that I have the ability to earn. So I asked for pay increase. I was rejected. I was asked to prove myself for a company that I almost give my life working for. They might disagree, but to me, I do, and I got nothing to hide. Right? I came back to join the company. So I left, I came back based on invitation, right? And then, but I was told not good enough. So rejected.
Oh.
Okay. Because I'm not good enough to train corporate. That was the exact word they mentioned. Okay.
You're so good now.
Thank you. All right. And then after that, my elder sis who really take care of me, at that point of time, she runs a childcare and she needed some financial support because, that's a whole thing. Is like she wanted to buy over the company. Then I start to realize that, oh my God, my sister has been taking care of me for years. And now she's in need of help, not in trouble, in the need of help. I have nothing to help her. So that itself also a certain sense of guilt, right? So all this I'm sharing with you is all happened in 2014.
Very emotional.
all in the same year, okay? 2013 to 2014.
Oh.
In the space of 16 months.
No wonder in 2018, the hectic look, the guy that fold up the sleeve. When I know him, he literally fold up his sleeve, okay? And he didn't wear properly, a bit of a, unshaved look, Actually happened that time.
Yeah. Took me a while. So that also plays a big part. You have to understand a little bit about the background. My mom, I'm not from a rich family. So both my mom are maximum primary 2. I think my mom went to primary 2, my dad is primary 1, and both are Chinese ed. Okay. And we have no money, right? So my mom works for McDonald's. So my sister literally take care of the siblings. I have 2 elder sisters and 1 younger brother. So the bond is very close. Yeah. So when growing up, and then she sacrificed herself, and then to come to a point that I can't give back, it's actually quite hurting for me, right? You can call it man's pride, whatever it is, but at the point of time, I feel that I'm useless. Okay, so grandmother passed my birthday, suddenly lose a meaning of life, right? Then family issue. Okay, it's like what happened to the family? I'm a trainer. How come my family is in the mess, right? Then after that, girlfriend, not good enough. Boss, worked so hard for them, but in their eye, I also not good enough. Then after that, girlfriend left. Okay, then still never mind. Sister need help, I also cannot help. Wow, these are huge things, a big setback. So already very angry, try to push myself. So fast forward, I left the job because I wanted to earn money to prove, right? And then not only that, my mom also fell ill, hyperthyroid. So whoever parents who you're listening now, your parents have hyperthyroid, please take care and get it cured. My mom is off medication already, but at the point of time, she lost weight from 56 plus to 30 plus kg in the space of 1 or 2 months.
Wow,
Sorry, 1 or 2 weeks, because it's super high, very high. So if she lack of breath, she will pant, and then heart attack can come.
Oh my.
So very
taking care
dangerous.
of her during that time.
Me
That time.
Us lah, right? So and again, because at that point I quit my job, so I have more time. My brothers and my sister, they are all office bound, right? So they have to go to office. So a lot of time is spent, and at the same time, income going down. To make things worse, right? When I went back, in my mind, I was like, okay, what can I do? So I was so angry with the training industry that I said, training and coaching are all bullshit. Pardon my language. That is how angry I was. And I said, ridiculous lah. So in my mind, I have a diploma in hospitality management. And hotel line at the time, we all know the market. I'm grateful for them. I love the industry, but in terms of pay, it's really not that high. Okay, so let's be honest. And if you want to be a GM of a certain hotel, they have long career. And how many GM can you have in one hotel? You get my point? So you need for them to retire, then you have a chance, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So and then my first career after NS was insurance. So I went to Prudential. Why? Because it was SaaS. Nobody was going to hire in the hotel line. 2003. That's where I came out from army. So I joined back. So in my mind, it's like, okay, since I don't give out training, I give out coaching already. The only thing that I know how to earn money is to go back and sell insurance. Makes sense, right? So in 2014, I went back, and then that is where I get another hit. I have friends, right? It's like, wow,你really cannot already. Then if now you come and sell insurance, what if I buy from you, then you like last time leave again?
Wow, that's so
how can I trust you?
对，肯定的。
Right? So I get it where they come from, but it's hurting. Because it's like all these years, because I don't really do cold market, I do warm market. That means friends and people around me, right? And to receive that kind of feedback is crazy. I mean, if you don't support, just one, it's okay. But to add on all that, right? It's quite nasty, right? Then of course, in that period of time, a girlfriend came back but want to be friend only, right? Then a lot of false hope and everything. Then in the end also, my mom birthday still visit kind of thing, but not girlfriend. Very confusing. Right? Until then supported her for certain thing. Then after that, she got a boyfriend. So it's like, oh my God, what is all this? So I really cannot. So I really cannot manage. And I feel that
feeling. Oh my God.
Right. So everything is about money and where am I getting this and stuff. So I think the most easiest way is to I have insurance lah. Since sister need money, mom need money for survival and medical, right, to support the family.
Oh my goodness, you're heading to the negative thoughts now.
Yeah. So I spiraled down and I wanted to jump. So in that particular one night, I have it enough already. Try to strike a career in insurance again. Right? After 6 months, with all the mockery and then all the frenemy lah, right, I would say, right? I really 庆幸, the Hokkien is called 庆幸. I give up. So the heart is really already numb, and I lost hope for this world and the people that basically and yeah. So I said, what's the point? What's the point of life, right? Because you can just have fishball, like my grandma choke and die. Then after a while, nobody cares. Life goes on. Not say they don't care.
You're pretty young, no? That time you're probably 30 plus.
33, 34.
Yeah.
So it's only 5 or 6 years ago.
You're literally at the age.
Yeah. So that particular night,
choosing whether to leave or to go.
Correct. So that is the first part of the story. I mean, as I say, it's a long story, but I just keep out all the details lah. So
it's
that night when
long enough.
Yeah, so I decided to jump, and then I got intervention. Okay, so I got saved, and thankfully, my current mentor, and I always mention her. She's very important, not to deny that. Her name is Wendy. And when I was about to jump, a voice came in, said, please call, no, please. It's just call Wendy. It's a whisper. Call Wendy, call Wendy. Okay, so it's just 2 words, right? And in my mind, it's like, why, right? But I never call her. But what I did is I type a SOS message, I send over to her. And then the next thing I know is I fall asleep already. So when I open my eye, so it's a miracle. So when I opened my eye, it was the next day already. My window door is still open, right? Because the time my bed is just next to the window. Anyway, so fast
God
forward.
bless you, Jones.
Exactly, and there's a reason why I also converted, right? So not preaching here, but God is real, and then God saves life, right? Miracles happen. So fast forward, I met up with her. So Wendy was very nice. He said, hey, Jones, thank you for your message. Just promise one thing, don't do anything. Don't think about that kind of thing anymore. Just take a hot shower, meet me for dinner tonight, right?
Nice.
Cancel all your appointment, sleep some more, hot shower, sleep some more, meet me tonight. So I went. So all she did,
you like close to Wendy back then, or just
no. Yes, so that's why I got a lot of story, right? So I'm not. So what happened was, because in the training industry in 2010, right? She's a McKinsey consultant. You know, she run her own practices as well. She's a certified psychologist. She have a program with INSEAD, and then she needed a meal facilitator. So another friend introduced me to her. So that's how I know her in 2010 or 2008. I cannot remember really. So it's many years ago. Then after that, one off. Bye-bye. Thank you. Bye-bye. Right. So fast forward 2014, she got a UBS Bank mentorship program. She needed meal facilitator again. Then another friend introduced me. They said, hey, this person I know. That's how we reconnected.
Wow.
But it's based on project. Not very close. Right?
Okay.
Don't even have
But at least you still have a chance.
Yeah. So when we reconnected, because of the UBS Bank project, then I have her number. Right? So that's why in that period, I'm just another person that do training, maybe to her, right? So but now I'm under her team. We are all project based, so I'm still a self-employed. We run on a project-based arrangement. But anyway, so fast forward then through her guidance, and then of course things start to change. At the same time, even though I have those frenemy, real friends also show up. So I have poly friends starting to reappear. Hey, I saw your Facebook post. You back to insurance. My daughter, I want to buy an educational plan for her. Can I talk to you? Right. So I was like, wow, there are still people who really treasure who I am, regardless what I went through, came to support. So I managed to slowly pick myself up. And then things start to change. Then Wendy's side have more projects. And then in terms of she needed more trainers. Then she asked me, hey, I saw you train before. Can you come and train for me? Now I said, no, no training, all this bullshit one, I don't want really. So I was just focus on my financial planning. I said, no. That cannot be. So tell me what actually happened. So I told her all the thing that I shared a little bit of you. So whatever I shared here is about 20%. So I shared the full thing with her. And remember, I was earning only 2K plus, right?
Right.
And then she was saying that, no, I saw you train before. You have it inside you. You can definitely hold a class. Is there room for improvement? Yes, right? There's gap to improve. Then cut a long story short, then I said, are you willing? Because I need trainer. So, okay, I went under study. So there's another new colleagues, new friends that I met in the training industry. I learned from them and I picked myself up. So cut a long story short, right? So 2014, I left the company, and mid 2014, I wanted to jump. Then she got a project in 2015. At the same time, my other friends who came, right? And like I said, it's very interesting. So after that particular night, some old friends came back in my life. And then one of my friends like, hey, Jones, you are out of the company already. You still want to do training? I'm leaving this training company based in Australia. They are hiring local facilitator. Are you interested? No, nothing to lose, right? Just go for the audition. If you don't get it lah. Life goes on. I said, okay, right? So I sent in my resume, and then they arranged from Sydney. They arranged a Skype interview. Skype interview done. They came down for audition. So I went for the audition. So there's really audition for trainers. So went in, oh my God, another 20 over trainers from all around the world. So we have nationality from India, France, UK, and all that. Then I look around, it's like, oh my God.
How slim is it?
Yeah. I was like, okay, I'm one of the youngest, and then I'm a Chinese. and then I'm local. So all their English is very good, right? And we are talking about MNC training. So okay lah, never mind.
Okay.
Go for audition. You need to do a prepared script and then on the impromptu speech. So they
Right.
were, so the general manager, I still remember, we were told to do an impromptu speech, you know, and share something that you are passionate about. Okay, so I was sharing something that, you know, I believe in second chance. Then I said I was talking halfway. Then the general manager slammed the table. Jones, I think you're very naive. In this world, in the corporate world, there's no such thing as second chance. When you did not perform, when you can't perform means you can't perform, right? So it's suddenly one because they want to test your reaction, ma. So I forget what I said.
Like...
Yeah. But she did it on the purpose, lah. Right? So I was like, okay, taken aback, but I think I recover well, and I think I mentioned about Steve Jobs. I mentioned about Michael Jordan because I'm a basketball player, right? Because so Steve Jobs, second chance, then come back to Apple. If you know his story, yes. Michael Jordan also came back and then to repeat his success. 3 years of champion in a row. If you go into Michael Jordan's success, he actually left to play baseball and he came back. Right? And it took him 7 years to win his first championship in basketball. But anyway, I cannot remember the content. But fast forward, thank you very much for your time. And then going into 2015, I received a call. And I said, oh, Jones, you know, remember me? And I said, yeah, we have a final verdict. You know, we have selected our facilitator. So I'm going to announce the result to you. Then she still asked me, what do you think? How do you think you fare? Right? It's like, okay, we are talking about an Australian lady, right? And yeah, so I say, okay, wow, if I get it, I get it. If don't have, thank you for the experience, because I learned a lot. Because they do give feedback as well. They do give feedback. Then, lo and behold, I was selected. And the first project I did, I was sent to Indonesia to train a group of managers for Unilever.
Oh, nice.
And in 2014, I was told I was not good enough to do corporate training. So in the space of 1 year, my income and the rate, right, is per day 1,000. So I went Indonesia. It's a 2-day training. Flight is provided. Stay in a 5-star hotel. I'm alone, right? I still ask the general manager. Okay, thank you. So I said, yeah, very happy. Will you take the project? Yeah, of course. You know, I take out the project. And I still very naively I asked, so who do I report to? You know, I will be an understudy, right? So I will be learning from somebody else. And he said, what do you mean? I said, you are going alone. I said, huh? I'm going alone? Yeah. Your title is senior facilitator for APAC. I was like, wow. So I learned a lot, right? So all these things is all happened. So all this support came in, and then in 2016, so fast forward. So it's a very long. We are talking about how emotion run came about.
Exactly.
So I went.
Long story.
Long story. So I went to Liew conference, which is a Christianity conference, and then in Sydney, I was asking because at that time my career took off lah. So I earned quite a bit of money, and then I asked, okay, God, what do you want me to do? And then no reply until the last worship session or the sermon session. I heard the same whisper again, like the commenty, right? The
Calling.
Right. Then now he say, go out and create joy.
Ooh.
In my mind, I was like, huh? Singlish lah. I was like, huh? What are you talking about, right? What do you mean by go out and create joy? Then I said, okay, never mind. I don't get it. So until I came back, then I start to reflect back, because I also taking out a coaching course and everything, right? Then I start to realize, oh my God, emotions. So it's what is joy. So I started, nobody will understand true joy unless you went through a lot of suffering.
Yes. Correct.
Nobody knows what is true passion unless you suffer through and go through difficulties. Then I start to realize, it's like, oh my God, you know, this is exactly what I went through. And I'm really very happy right now with my earnings, with my career, with my new lifestyle, you know. So I left insurance again, right? Even though I have clients in my second time, they all understand. And in fact, they are all still in contact, and they approve. They say, this is where you should be. You should not be selling insurance, right? So things like that. So it's very heartwarming. And then for those who in 2014, whatever they have said to me already said, we are still friends. They don't know I have all what I'm sharing here, because I never reviewed all this to them. Don't have to lah. Right? So I start to realize, like, oh my God, emotion really is so powerful. So it's beyond your empathy, right? It's beyond just being tactful, right? And then express your love and happiness. No. emotion are information. So what I learned is that because of the things I went through, and I have the ability through guidance of coaching and mentorship, I am able to see the distinction of what emotion does to our life.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the huge thing. I said, it's so powerful. So I get the realization is that no wonder he want me to go out to create joy.
Yeah.
But the question is how, right? To talk about emotion is so hard. And nobody is like, oh, how are you? Hey, how are you? Okay, lor, Singaporean.
Yeah. Very hard.
Anything trouble you? I can handle one, I can handle one.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So everything is so surface, but nobody is really authentically and being really open up to share. Then I say, okay, it's so difficult to talk about emotion, then why not let me help them? So the game idea came about. Okay, so in my card game, there are 66 different types of emotion. On my database, there's more than 66 emotion, right? And the key thing is this: we're not born with emotion. Emotion are learned. Right? Even like today, you wake up, or tomorrow, now it's already 10 plus, right? Tomorrow you wake up, you don't feel excited immediately. You don't feel angry immediately. The moment when you wake up, right, you are actually quite neutral. Until your conscious mind comes in, like, sian, today need to do work again, right? Sian, look around, Swan and Swan, I'm alone. Oh, so sad, right? Or you wake up, wow, my darling so cute, looking, sleeping, still hugging the poster, right? Or hugging the pillow, give you a kiss on that, then you feel good. So it's always something that comes to your conscious mind, then your emotion will kick in. Right. Of course, not going to go into the scientific part. That one is another story for another day. Yeah, but anyway, so the whole idea is that, it's always about something that will make us feel something. And if you realize, right, if I reflect back, why my friends say, for example, why my friend say, how can I trust you anymore? If you buy with this, will you go away or not? Yeah. The event itself is just buying insurance. But his thought process is he has his own fear. And he's right, because it's his hard-earned money. Correct. Now, I can choose to be very angry and say, wow, my God, you are my friend. No, we are 20 over years friend. You don't buy lah. Don't say this kind of thing, right? So at that moment, I was thinking, it's not wrong. But upon reflection, right, I said, oh no, it's not wrong. So I start to understand. And then that's where forgiveness comes in. Right. So I forgive whatever is being said to me, whatever happened, and I start to understand. So even my recent, setback, so it's not that after all this, I very smooth. My latest setback was in 2018. Late 2018 and 2019. I tell you, God want me to do something like that. But anyway,
understand your challenges.
all my challenges. But cut the long story short again is because of all these events, and I start to understand how powerful emotion is, because it's the question I ask: what am I feeling right now? What is my emotion telling me? Then I start to see things from different perspectives. And for people to talk about it is very difficult. And for people to see from another perspective is very difficult. Correct. And that's why I created the game, right? In the card game, there are 66 different emotions and there are 55 life scenarios. Right. You realize, Grace, you played the game before.
Yes,
so
played the game, yep.
So for example, my favorite quick example, so for Jessie who have not seen the game before, is like, in one of the scenarios is flying cockroach in the bathroom.
Oh.
Okay, when that happened, okay, you went immediately, right? So what emotion do you feel when that happened? Fear, right? And then what's your story behind your fear? What will you do?
You have to create a story.
You are fearful because?
Because it flies.
Because it flies, right? Because it's a flying cockroach, that's why you...
and halfway doing the business.
Yeah, you're halfway doing the business. Okay, so fearful a bit there.
So I can't run.
Yeah.
So
Jules has a lot of interesting questions actually. Yeah, the scenario.
Yeah, correct. So that will be what I call your default. So everybody have a default scenario. Default emotion. So the scenario is flying cockroach in the bathroom. You feel fearful, then you will because you are doing your business, and then you cannot do anything, right? Yeah. But in the card game, you cannot use your default emotion. Like all card game, right? You play cards from your hand, so you randomly draw cards, So in your hand, there might be card of like, oh, I'm feeling excited, I'm feeling proud, right? Then you must think of a story of how am I going to feel proud when there's a flying cockroach in the bathroom? Yeah. Right? So you need to create a story in the game. So I can create a story. So I feel proud every time got flying cockroach in the bathroom. I feel proud because I'm the only one in the family that will go in and catch the cockroach with bare hand and then throw in the toilet bowl and flush it down. So I'm so proud of myself, and I'm proud of myself because I'm a savior for the family, which is a true story for some family.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So if you look into that, right, that is on the surface. We laugh about the story. But what my card game does is, if you look in deeper, what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to let all the players to see that in any scenario, in any situation that we encounter, there are many, many different perspectives that you can look into. Right? Once you have a different feeling, there's a different reason behind that feeling. So I can feel, oh, I feel excited, right? Because I'm a animal bio. You know, I just caught my specimen. I can bring you to school and dissect the cockroach. I don't know, right? I'm making up a story right now, but the flying cockroach might trigger different response for other people. And I'm not lying, because I have a friend who have a PhD in insect nutrients. She eats scorpion and cockroaches because that's her research.
Wow.
That's her research, and it's alternative food. So for her, and by the way, her name is also Grace. Yeah. but to her,
are all very brave.
To her, it's an excitement to see a cockroach.
Not me.
So what does it? Yeah, exactly, right? But what does it tell?
So like maybe instead of the fear, she will like, oh, I'm so happy the cockroach is here to see me.
Exactly, right? And she's very not easy, but not easy is because in her world, she have the distinction, she have the definition of the events and what she wants to feel. Then my question comes already. If we have the ability to do that, right, then how come in real life we are not doing it? Grace is showing all the emotion cards.
Yeah,
we can see a bit. There's a lot.
I know, I'm gonna buy that.
If you see a flying cockroach and you manage to, and you only have cards like some positive cards actually. Yeah, you have to create a story about it, which is very tough. Let me see where the positive cards. Yeah, joyful. You don't see a flying cockroach and you're joyful. I think I've put this way, right? Can you see?
Yeah. Can be bright, but we can see. But the key idea you see. So your reaction is like how to be joyful. That's where the training starts.
Yeah.
That's where the training starts. And that's where when we
from a negative thoughts, there's supposed to be a negative scenario, but end up you actually have only positive cards. Now how are you going to create the story? Yeah. So it's very it's like you have to be very creative.
So is there only positive cards, or you have both positive and
all types? They have negative, they have angry cards like this one.
They sad, under sadness family. Yeah, okay, so let me correct a little bit. Right? So in the EQ world, there's no such thing as positive and negative emotion. But in communication wise, in daily dialogue, easy way for us to understand, right?
Yes.
So I like to call it because too much of happiness is not useful also.
Okay.
Right? Anger is actually very useful if you know how to use anger. Okay, so these is all the things I share in my training in my workshop basically. Right, so but a quick thing is my card game is break into these six friends. So anger, fear, happy, surprise, and sad. Right, so all these are 6 basic. Of course, there are other theories by other researcher. Some people say there's 7, some people say there's 8, some people say there's 10. It doesn't matter. All are emotion, right? It just depends which school of thought you want to go accordingly. Yeah, so that is scared, right? Yeah. But the key thing is what I learned is because emotions are energy, it creates what I call the intensity. So under Liew education, YALE, right? Liew education, they have this research is that all emotion have a different intensity and pleasureness, right? Whether you're comfortable or not. So comfortable emotion or discomfort, not comfortable, uncomfortable emotion, and the intensity of the energy. I'll give you an example. Angry is uncomfortable, unpleasant, and high intensity. That's why you get charged up, right? Then sadness is also uncomfortable, but it's low energy, it's low intensity.
Right.
So there's no right or wrong. The problem is this, because emotion is energy, then you don't know how to manage it, right? It will go wild. That's why emotion run wild. I'm angry, I give you a slap. Right? Because I don't know how to manage my energy. That's why abuse happens, verbal abuse, physical abuse happen. So same thing, depression and all that, because the energy is so low, you just clamp yourself down. You just want to store energy, so you hide. So you go into the hiding place, you lock up your door. You don't want to talk to anybody because subconsciously you are consoling saving up the energy because the energy is so low. And you are in that mood to feel safe as well. So again, surprise, happy, You know, why people get high, they want the highness and everything that, you know, you get drunk, whatever, or get drugs, you know, they are so high, right? High energy, very shock, right? They think they can do everything in the world, then they jump off the building because of drugs.
Yeah.
So I'm just sharing extreme, but emotion really run wild. But the question is, how can we manage it? And what I realized is partly we are Asian and our culture, boys don't cry. From young, we and some people can't even describe their emotion. That's why I say it's important to, number one, learn the emotion. And some people say, we are told, right, professional, manage your emotion well. Don't anyhow flare out. Must be a nice manager. No, you need to scold, you scold, right? So even in parenting also.
Yeah.
Yes, I get it, come from love, but when you time to discipline, you need to discipline.
Yeah.
Right. So all this is
firm.
So when people correct. So when people cannot differentiate the different emotion and the distinction, then that's where the problem start already.
Right.
So I'll give you another classic example. Anniversary, for example, right? Love anniversary. Girlfriend prepare everything already.
Yeah.
Maybe say example, prepare everything. Then the boyfriend said, "Hey, sorry, need to OT. I cannot come back."
Oh, that's it.
Then you will say, "Oh, never mind, never mind, right?" But inside pain already. So it's not congruent.
Anger, lots of anger.
Right, not congruent.
Anger, frustrations.
Okay, then some action is like, why you like, I prepare everything, then you cannot come back. Blah, blah, blah. Wow, then quarrel. Yeah. So either way also no good. Then how? Because the key thing is we need to express what you're really feeling. So when I say, "Oh, angry," I'm angry with him. I'll say, "Okay, are you really angry?" Actually, no, because you logic mind, your boyfriend is working hard, and he informed you some more. Like it's not that he totally went MIA, right? So if I ask,
at least you have to express. I cannot just keep quiet to that extent.
Correct, and no need to express, but you need to express the accurate,
in the appropriate way, yeah.
In the appropriate way and the accuracy of how you are feeling.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's not just anger, it's just disappointment.
Yeah.
Feeling unloved, feeling a lack of respect. 你把我当成什么? Right? So it's all this hidden emotion that is not expressed out. Right. So that's why we need to train ourselves to really identify, because if you can speak it accurately, right, the people around you will understand you better and not go into their own understanding, and then conflict can happen.
So what's your future plan for your emotions run wild? Because you have such kind of neglected.
Yeah. So I mean, the main income is like I say, neglected is, how should I put it? Okay, try through lah.
Yeah, I mean,
because I'm a project based.
I'm with so many projects, and know that this is something that is a joy that you have to promote to the future. Yeah. What is your plan in near future? On your emotions run wild?
Yeah. So because of COVID, thanks to COVID also, I have been running a few workshop, few EQ workshop already. Okay. Actually, before COVID, I have been running some workshop. So you can see my highlights lah. I have a YouTube channel. I put out all my past emotion run wild program. So ranging from relationship, ranging from team dynamics, so on and so forth, right? So that is in person. I just never promote. So moving forward, I will do out more programs. This time now open to public, so it's a public enrollment. In fact, I just did one on courageous conversation.
Oh, great!
How to speak, how to have the conversation that you wish to have. Some people have a lot. How many people have? How many people stuck there, right? Yeah. And they don't know how to express. They let go of an opportunity.
That means
I need to run again. So I run twice.
Well. Include your children, Jessie. They will love it. Yeah, it's very good for the younger generation to attend such courses. Yeah.
So to answer Grace's question, yes, I will roll out a few programs. So I'm just solidifying what are the series that I want to run out. Yeah, because something I learned during COVID is I cannot anyhow just throw out the workshop lah.
You have to arrange.
Correct. Need to arrange. So maybe I do a communication series.
The soonest will be somewhere around when?
2 weeks from now, I decided to run one more. So I'm planning. I will release the information this week. So it's more for like Grace and Olivia, right? Yeah. Buy a card game, bring your children, buy my card game. You can come from this two hours training.
Oh,
About
fantastic.
how to create happy moments, right? So it's like,
Correct.
yeah.
I need to get 2 more boxes for my friend.
Sure. You know, just buy and then let me finalize the thing. But the program will be, I'm going to invite parents and children, right? And the focus of the workshop. Yeah.
Volunteer.
Sure. The focus of the workshop is to have an understanding what is happiness means to you.
Yeah.
And means to for your children.
Yeah.
So if I ask you now, what makes your children happy? Do
Simple
you really
life.
know? Is that, I mean, for some people, yeah. For if you know your children well, then okay, good. For some of the parents, they actually went, actually, I don't know. Not what you want them to have to be happy at.
It's not that they are not focused. It's just that there are too many choices around to the extent that you just cannot be able to focus which program is actually good for children or which is the living lifestyle or the purpose of life put in this way. Yeah. So even like myself is promoting happiness. It's like, you know, it's quite difficult to justify. People would have a lot of questions. Happiness, you know, big question mark. Yeah. So same thing. Like yours is joy.
Yeah. So I will focus on that. So yeah, at the same time, like Grace said, like time to let people know. I mean, that's the reason why you invited me.
You should. Because nowadays I realize, right? Because I also handle a lot of kids. Yeah, I do like part-time tutoring, and I realized that actually nowadays kids, right, they don't know how to express themselves because most of the time they talk to phone, laptop, whatsoever. So they have
private life
problems expressing unhappy things, happy things to their parents. Yeah. So I think this is very important. And as a parents, you also have to understand how the child is thinking. Not everything is, you know, no, don't be so materialistic lah.
Yeah.
Actually, a lot of parents nowadays they don't have enough time for the kids, which is very sad.
Correct.
Yeah, and that's why there are a lot of like suicide lah. There are a lot of people who are into depression lah. That's why now IMH not enough people to not enough bed already. Yeah. So
actually have a very good workshop program, but which me and Olivia attended. And to my surprise, Olivia is only 8. And he loved, you know, that chart that you mentioned and put a card there. And she can literally, from that card, she can literally express 10 of it, you know, the joyfulness that she had, you know.
You'll be surprised,
Yeah.
Or being upset. Those actually have some, you know, some experience in terms of, you know, kids or children. One of the children that he actually mentioned, in fact, after I hear the stories, I feel very upset. Like he's actually expressing all his unhappiness because of the parent quarreling. Yeah, because of the family issue. And he has no one to express out, but only towards the game. Wow, that is 心酸啊，那个是心酸啊. You know, and that boy is like 10 years old, is it? 10 or 12?
It's a girl also. So a 10-year-old girl. Yeah. Yeah. So before COVID started, my last in person was for this group called DOR-SING. So selective autism, mutism, sorry, mutism. Yeah, Janet. Yeah. So at first I was thinking, you know, if they can't speak, can they still play the game? Actually can, because there's different way of expression, right?
A lot. Yeah.
So they actually write, they actually draw when they play. After they play the game, so they actually draw that. Then after that, I get them to do the learning part. Yeah. So my card game is a hybrid lah. So from a commercial point of view, it's very hard for them to categorize. So your is it educational tool? They're not really, right? Is it a card game? Also not really. So it's a hybrid. But anyway, it's good enough for just pure fun and laughter. You know, really some crazy idea. If you
bonding
play
as well, good bonding.
With adults, I can tell you, you play with adults, you with alcohol around, all the story will become R21. Yeah, but anyway, yeah. Because one of the scenario is, because all my scenario is either, it's all life based, right? So you have corporate, something more to work, something more to relationship, something more to family. So one is and then generic life, right? So walking into the wrong toilet happened before, Jessie?
Actually,
never.
Actually, yes, right. Correct. So this is one of my scenario.
Oh,
So
I didn't realize.
it will definitely
Oh my god.
it will be definitely relatable to anybody who play the game.
The
Yeah.
scenarios.
Oh, so fun! I can't wait.
Yeah.
I'm glad I know you now.
I told you, Chris, I tell you, please. I
yes,
actually encourage him to actually share more about this emotions run wild because I love it. My girl loves it. And you know when he started to share with the workshop, we are amazed. It's like the card games actually it's just a simple card, yet it's so much of emotional feelings, and you can express a lot of things from there. You can learn from one another, and the bonding as well. It's like amazing, Jones. It's amazing.
Thank you.
Please.
Okay,
Please,
well,
more effort in this area. Yes. So love will help you.
Yeah. Okay. Ken.
You know, like couples who are in relationship, that will help them a lot too, I'm sure.
Yes, in fact.
Especially men, right? They don't like to express themselves.
And
So, yeah. So
Yeah,
it's for everyone.
yeah.
It's for everyone.
It is. So when it comes to relationship, it's of course more challenging lah. Alright, so
which
because
card to show out, is it?
yeah. And emotion, some people say that people argue don't get so emotional because emotional will cause some misjudgment, right?
Yes,
Which is true. But you cannot ignore emotion because emotion has its purpose. So in fact, one of the webinar recently I done, I was explaining the hidden role of emotion. So I'll give you an example, right? Anger is to protect you, right? Sadness is to tell you what is important to you. Make sense? Right?
correct.
Fear is also to okay. So danger is to fight back, right? So that you don't get attacked. Fear is to to prevent you from getting hurt, right? So protecting you from safety. Disgust is telling you that the things that you really don't like,
Uncomfortable.
right? Uncomfortable. And then happy and surprise is something that is telling you that this is exactly give you joy.
Yeah, but it also can be shock. It also can be a shock, but it's a kind of the more positive way of energy.
Yeah.
Into yourself, with a smile and a shock as well. Yeah, but it's not good things. Yeah.
Yeah. So if we understand the emotion, what is their role, then we can be the master of our emotion.
Right.
Because emotion are not just energy; they are information also.
Yes.
And it helps you to enter to your inner world, right? So that you can really look into what is helping you, and it lead on to your values, lead on to your thoughts, lead on to your belief, lead on to your expectation in life and everything. Right. Yeah. So I can tell you one of the my latest is I'm supposed to get married lah. So no more already, right?
So I'm okay. It's kind of time's up, Jones.
Yeah.
Keep your story in near future.
Yeah, part 2 is it? Yeah.
We will have to invite you in the last episode where we have intention to have a group of discussion about relationship and emotions can be one of the means towards relationship. Yeah. So from the discussion we'll talk about boy-girls relationship, family relationship, and in terms of their peers as well. So last episode, join us, okay?
You need to tell me when.
I will. Yes, I will. I will mark the calendar for sure. Okay. So everyone who is interested to know more about John's products, Emotions Run Wild, we will going to share soon because he has some webinars. Is it webinars or workshop?
The one I shared just now was webinar, so it's a paid workshop lah.
Okay.
Sorry, paid workshop. Yeah.
Okay. So it's actually good to join and good to have a good experience with the cards. It's actually fun. It's really fun. And you had to have a very good bonding. Okay, how much is the one box? I cannot remember the exact price.
It's 38. Yeah, 38. Yeah.
Yeah, I went in to see earlier.
Yeah, and you can send anytime. It can be a very good birthday gift. Or in terms of sharing time with children as well as adult, where we have a little party, playing with the cards. You can actually create a lot of laughter. It's like playing Monopolies.
Yeah, it's phase 2, so we can go out now.
Yeah,
that's quite true.
5 person to play a box. I think it's quite fun.
It's quite fun. The ideal size 4, 5, 6. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's up to 8.
So if you're
Okay.
interested, you can actually PM to Jones, which we will probably put in your email address, or maybe, I don't think contact number will be good, but probably your email address.
Yeah, just email is fine.
Facebook, yeah, or your Facebook account, and you can actually talk to him, send message to him. Yeah, he is very fast to respond, very fast. Okay, thank you to join us, and the next week, Thursday, Andrew Charles is going to join us. So what he's going to share in terms of his topics can be interesting. Okay, thank you, Jones. Jessie.
Most welcome. Yep. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Good night.
Yeah, I don't know. Any question? I'm good. Yeah.
You have more questions later, but when people have to PM you.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, sure. More than willing to answer. Yeah, so, I will release the information. Yeah, maybe I'll do one webinar and then announce the website also.
Yeah, just let me know. Then we'll just blast up and share everyone. I'm very excited. I'm not going to wait long for your workshop anymore.
Yeah. Thank you for inviting me. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Good night, everyone. Good night. Bye. Bye. Okay, life is end.
Wow, that's so interesting. Bye.